He was a billionaire, a philanthropist, a man loved across tribes and tongues. In 1993, Nigerians chose him as their president. But instead of the presidential villa, he ended up in prison. And then, in a grave. Chief MKO Abiola's story is not just about politics, it's about hope, betrayal, and a nation still healing from the silence of stolen democracy. Let me take you back to where it all began. Born in 1937 in the bustling town of Abeokuta, Moshood Abiola started life with little more than dreams. He hustled his way through school, worked odd jobs, and rose up, step by step, to become one of Africa's wealthiest and most generous businessmen. From publishing to telecoms, his empire stretched across Nigeria and beyond. But what really set Abiola apart wasn't just his billions, it was his generosity. He built schools, funded mosques and churches, and gave freely to those who needed a helping hand. By the 1990s, he was more than a businessman. Abiola became a national icon, a bridge between North and South, Muslims and Christians, rich and poor. Then came 1993, a year that would change Nigeria forever. Under a tough military regime, hope was scarce. But Abiola stepped forward, running for president under the Social Democratic Party. On election day, millions lined up to vote, not for tribe or religion, but for hope. That election, the June 12th election, is still remembered as Nigeria's freest and fairest. The results were clear. Abiola had won by a landslide, crossing every ethnic and religious divide. But the military? They had other plans. Just days after the votes were counted, the regime, led by General Babangida, annulled the election. No explanation, no apology. With a single signature, the dream of democracy was silenced. The nation erupted. Protests filled the streets. Activists were thrown in jail. Journalists were muzzled. And Abiola? He refused to step back. He stood by the mandate the people gave him. On June 11, 1994, a whole year after the annulment, Abiola declared himself the rightful president of Nigeria. "I am not just fighting for a mandate," he said. "I am fighting for Nigeria's soul." The next day he was arrested by General Sani Abacha's regime. No trial, no family visits. 4 years in solitary confinement. While he suffered in silence, his wife Kudirat led protests, risking everything for justice. The government tried to erase June 12th, but the people made it louder in their silence. Then in 1998, just as hope flickered again, the news broke. MKO Abiola had died in detention, on the very day he was meant to be released. The official cause was heart failure. But questions lingered. Was it poison? Was it politics? With Abiola's death, Nigeria lost more than a man. It lost a moment in history. But his legacy endures. In 2018, 25 years later, June 12th was finally declared Nigeria's Democracy Day. Abiola was posthumously recognized as president-elect. He never took the oath of office, but in the hearts of millions, he remains a true president. His story isn't about power, it's about principle. Not about victory, but about vision. He lost his life, but gave a nation its voice. June 12th lives on. This has been Untold Stories about African leaders, only on African Affairs Network Television, where we reclaim the voices that history tried to silence.